Hello people. Today I'm doing a sort of review about a book I like. It's called The 31st of June and it's written by J.B. Priestley. It's part of a 6-book long group. Alright, let me first explain how the book and its story works. So there's two worlds and one of the worlds has dragons and castles and princesses, magic, and the other is more like our real world. And it takes place in an office building in a big city. A funny thing is that both inhabitants refer to their own world as the real world and the other as imaginary. So that makes it kind of confusing, but then again, it's pretty funny. And this is what the book is entirely about. It's just a bunch of nonsense crammed together in a book. And for some reason it's extremely funny because everything goes wrong and it's just a complete shit show. Okay, so the story starts in Parador, where Princess Melisande sees a vision of a man in a magic mirror and falls in love. This man, Sam Penty, lives in another world, but with the help of an enchanter, they can reach that world. So they try to get Sam to Parador, but everything on the way just goes completely wrong. Well, another thing that was really funny throughout the book is the never-ending conflict between the two enchanters, Maugrim and his uncle Marlegram. They constantly want to prove who's the best, and this is why everything goes wrong. So what's going on is that Maugrim, he's the more evil of the two, he decides to help Ninette. She's one of Princess Melisandre's damsels in waiting, and she's pretty wicked as well. And she's very jealous of Melisande, so she tries to stop Sam and Melisande from meeting, of course, using the help of Maugrim. And Princess Melisande, she gets the help of his uncle, Marlegram, the other enchanter. So this makes Ninette and Maugrim the antagonists of the story, because they're always in the way. It's really funny, because what happens is that Maugrim takes Sam first. He takes him to Parador, and after that, Melisande and Marlegram arrive, but they're too late. So they're both in the wrong world now. And they're still not together, Sam and Melisande. And what J.B. Priestley does pretty good with the characters is really funny because everyone just gets mixed up in the wrong world and no one knows what they're doing, and it's just a huge shit show because Sam gets thrown into the dungeons of Parador. Princess Melisande is forced to take part of a live radio program and she has no idea what's going on. And one of the side characters, Plunkett, he suddenly becomes Captain Guard at Parador for some bizarre reason. Now, eventually they all come together in Parador, all the characters, but the king wants Sam to defeat the famous Red Knight in the tournament and defeat a huge dragon if he wants to marry Princess Melisande. Now, here's the funny part. Maugrim, the evil enchanter, he transformed Plunkett, a friend of Sam, into the Red Knight. But of course, Plunkett can help Sam by pretending he wins. But no one knew this, of course. Maugrim thought he was being smart, but he wasn't. Now, there's still the dragon, of course. And it's funny because the tension keeps building up until the point the dragon actually wakes up. And I'm going to read that now, because it's really funny, I think. Look here. He began in a loud but uneasy voice. I'm challenging you to combat, but we needn't make it mortal. What do you think? The dragon opened an eye, yellowish and about the size of a soup plate. Sam stepped back a pace or two. Well, what do you think? Why not a few friendly rounds and leave it at that? The exercise will do you good. You're smoking too much, but of course I'm challenging you. Don't make any mistake about that. Sam, said the dragon, stop it. Stop it? Sam was astonished. Yes, it's only me. How do you mean it's only you? It's me, Dimmock. Dimmock? What are you doing inside the dragon? I'm not inside the dragon, said Dimmock crossly. I am the dragon. How do you know you're Dimmock then? Because I do. How do you know you're Sam Penty? And don't think I enjoy being a dragon. It's like having an acid stomach 10 feet long. So it's I think it's funny because the tension just keeps building up to the point where he's actually challenging the dragon and he thinks it's a real dragon. And then it just turns out to be Dimmock, one of his friends, because Maugrim transformed him too. As for the theme of this book, I didn't really know what to give to it as a theme other than ridiculousness. So I just went with ridiculousness because everything in the book is just so bizarre and ridiculous. I think it's a very good theme to have right now because nowadays everything is so strictly organized, and I like how the writer J.B. Priestley just does nothing of that. He just does whatever he wants and it's really funny. So I would most certainly recommend this book to my friends because, as I've said 100 times, it's just a lot of fun to read and I think it's hilarious. I really love the stupid dry humor used by the writer, and it's not a very long book either. You can even read it in one go if you'd like, so I don't know why you wouldn't read it. It's a great book. Thanks for watching.